The counselor.
All right, good afternoon, and we are back. Welcome back to The Counselor, and I am your host, Sheldon Stovall. I am so excited. I love that I'm hearing from you guys. I'm feeling like we are starting to trust each other, and I want you guys to feel comfortable. I want you guys, the nature of this show is for you to pick up the phone and give me a call. I will talk with you. Whatever subject matter that you might find that might move you, substance abuse, grief and loss, anything, schizophrenia, any type of, dual diagnosis situation, give me a call. The purpose of this show is to reach out to those of you who may not have a clear understanding about what a counselor or a therapist can do for you. And especially in this state, therapy is included in your health coverage, and that's across the board. And so why not have someone else who went to school to learn how to motivate you to build yourself and to deal with some of these mental health issues? Why not take advantage of it? And so if you're not sure about therapy or you don't know about it, I'm not the representative for all therapists. I'm sure some of them look a lot better than me. They're more articulate than I am. I'm sure they're more educated than me in certain areas. But the one thing I want to do is continue doing what I'm doing, and that's helping in the helping field. So if you feel comfortable enough, you can pick up the phone. You will speak to me. I am the counselor. My name is Sheldon. And you know what? If I can't help you, I will find somebody that will. All right. So today we're going to be talking about something that is very, very important in this country. And I'm saying this as slow as I can, and I'm more and more into the mic because I want to start addressing this concern. Teenage pregnancy. It is very important for you all that are young teens. And let me just give you the understanding of what we mean when we say teenage pregnancy. Okay? It's also known as adolescent pregnancy, which means that you're a little bit young. So it's pregnancy in a female under the age of 20. So if you are under the age of 20, you're considered an adolescent in this country. And I know that word sounds kind of scrapey, but it's not something that's bad, or we're not looking at you as your child. We're just saying adolescent because there are stages in growth, and adolescent is right before an adult. All right. So, according to the WHO, pregnancy can occur with a sexual intercourse after the start of ovulation. So some of you young girls, I want to let you know this because some of you guys, you don't watch the news like I don't. You don't really listen to adult conversations, and you do a lot of TikTok and you watch a lot of things. And I noticed that because I do have a lot, my sons and kids have friends all the time around, and I talk to their friends, and we laugh and joke sometimes. But I do notice that a lot of you guys don't pay any attention to anything going on in the world if it's not on TikTok or YouTube. All right. So a lot of you don't understand that you can get pregnant while having sex. Okay. Sexual intercourse after the start of ovulation, and which can be before the first menstrual period, but usually occurs after the onset of periods or your monthly cycle. All right. So as soon as you get your monthly cycle begun, which, a lot of people refer to that as your period, that is when you are able to now carry a child. Now, yes, teens should not be having sex anyways, but we're not going to sit here like this and act like you're not. Okay? Because they are, and you guys are. So now that you all are doing adult things as adolescents, all right, there's some things you need to know. You can get pregnant. Okay? You can. And I'm not just blaming this on the female. I'm going to say it to both guys and girls. And parents, if your kids are in there playing their video games, and if you haven't had a conversation with them, do me a favor. Get up, go get your kids from out the living room and tell them to come sit down and watch and listen to the counselor. All right. So we want to talk about this. Top 10% teenage pregnancy stats just for last year. 64% of abortions performed on teenage women were dangerous. Okay, so a lot of these kids think about it like you guys got it all figured out, even with school. Oh, well, I can't stand school. When I get 15, I'll drop out, I'll get my GED, and then I'll go to a community college, I'll pick up. It's not that easy. There are some things that you need to know. There's some things that you need to learn, okay, in school, which is why you should stay in school and make the best of it. Get your education. I always say this when I do motivational speakings and I do travel and speak. I speak to many young people, all right? But the one thing I do say is that you get one chance of education, free education in this country. And that starts when you walk into kindergarten. That is your chance to learn. Think about the pressure on young people, young kids. You need to learn your ABCs before you even walk into kindergarten. Because when you walk in, and if your mom did not teach you your ABCs or how to count or how to do math and subtraction, you're already behind. Some parents think, I don't need to teach my child that. They'll learn when they go to first grade. No, you need to take some time. Yes, Sesame Street used to teach our children and teach them how to get excited about education, but you need to take the time, parent, take the time to start teaching your children early before they get started in school. All right. So abortions, we're going to talk about that. That is going to be this week's topic, along with teenage pregnancy. But abortions are very dangerous. Some people, like I said, these are mistakes that you're making as a young child, making big adult decisions. Okay. Not all of you, but many of you. And yes, you get pregnant. Now what? Oh my God, I'm only 16. My mother's going to kill me. My father's going to kill me. Parents, stop making it difficult for your children to approach you if there's an issue like that. Stop making it an issue. I've talked to so many of these young people that are on drugs, that are messed up. You know what it started is when they made their mistake at that age, and you wanted to kill them, and you started screaming and yelling at them like they knew any better. If you never told your child that if they had unprotected sex, they have a potential to get pregnant, who did? And many of you want to blame it on the school system. No, it's your fault. You're the parent. Start communicating with your children. Let them know what happens. And no, she's too young. No, they're not. These kids are talking about sex at age 11, at age 12. And while we're on that topic, porn is teaching our kids how to have sex. Porn. So I want you guys to realize it's free porn is online. These children watch these things and really think that they're supposed to perform sexual behavior like what they see. So parents, I want you guys to start getting back involved. And if you don't know how, bring them to a community organization, to a boys club, to a girls club. Ask your school professionals. Call the counselor. We have many places that we can recommend that you start sending your kids to get an education, because this teenage pregnancy has to slow down to a complete stop. It's out of control. All right. And what we always say is babies are having babies. All right. So abortions are very dangerous. So yes, you're a 15-year-old girl or a 16-year-old girl. You went to a party. We know this story. It's new to you, but we've heard this for many years. You went to a party and all of a sudden, you met some dude or whoever you don't even know, or you do know him, or you've been wanting to sleep with him, which is bad. All right. And it happens, right? He didn't pull out. You forgot to put a condom on. Y'all was so passionate and into it. Come on. I've heard it all. There is not that much passion in the world. And guess what? When you have 18 years for 2 minutes of passion, that's what you need to start thinking about. All right? Start thinking about these things. And then you're thinking, oh my God, what do I do? I can't tell my mother. I can't tell my... No, what you need to do is think clearly and yes, seek adult or professional help. All right? You can call the counselor. We can find out a network of counselors in your area to help you. You can go to your parent. If you're afraid, you'll go to your parent. If there's a teacher you trust, go to the teacher. But there has to be someone that can help direct you. You don't know everything. There are some children that have, if you look online, there's how to get your own self an abortion. You should see some of these YouTubes out that these kids are trying. It's very dangerous. I remember back in the day, they were taking these hangers with the wire hooks, and I'm not going to go too far, but girls were doing that to themselves. All right? This is very dangerous. All right? So you have to be very cautious of the decisions before you even make them. All right? There's no, I got caught up in the moment. Oh, it happened so fast. No. First of all, you would have to take off this garment, then this garment. I also have another garment on. I have a T-shirt on. I have a pair of pants on. You understand? There's a process to take off clothes. So during that process, as you're hot and bothered, right, remember what could happen. You can get pregnant with a person that you don't even know, or a person that you never planned to spend most of your life with. And I mean who is going to suffer, right? Who is going to be the one suffering? Either your parents, because they're going to have to raise that child because you're too young and obviously can't do it. There's no state housing program that's going to help you at 16 to get an apartment and start taking care of your kids. There's nothing out there. Ultimately, if you don't have a caring family, that child is going to end in the Department of Children and Families. All right. And you just put another child in the world without parents. All right. And there's so many children without parents these days. And we're going to be talking about that as well. That kind of goes along with this week. And I just want to encourage you all, if you are dealing with this situation or you know someone that's dealing with this situation, I want you to pick up the phone. I want you to call the number down below and we will talk with you. Our team of staff will talk with you and we'll try to help direct you. Okay. But more importantly, talk to us. Give us a call. If you would like to be anonymous, you can. We would love to hear your stories if you're a teen parent and how you made it through and how you made your decisions. Because once again, my audience is between 18 and 24, and we want to start encouraging conversation. All right. So next thing, prevalence of teenage pregnancy is higher in poor countries. 95% of teenage pregnancies happened in less developed countries. And, I'm not going to say this about other countries because right now we're in America, but I know that last 2 years, I know those rates went up. Okay. In the house, sneaking the boyfriend in, sneaking them out. I mean, all the TikToks I seen of boyfriends jumping out the window, dad asking who's in here, all this because they couldn't be without him. You couldn't be without it, right? And then boom. I know some of the dads said, how in the world did my 17-year-old daughter get pregnant during COVID? Right? How? I had the doors locked. We were all in the house. These kids are smart, dads. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a window, there's a way. If there is what do you call that? In the garage, you can come in that way. I can't remember right now at the top of my tongue. But yes, there's ways in, put a latch and a lock with the key that you would have to put in and take out. Okay. A latch. All right. Do something to start protecting these daughters because they still got pregnant. All right. So yes, when you're poor and you don't have anything to do, okay, let's just have sex. Right? That's the first thing that pops in. Not let me start writing about my future. Let me start thinking about my future. Let me start reconnecting. Let me educate myself a little bit more. Let me start building something. Let me start inventing something. None of that stuff comes to your mind. Hey, let's take off all our clothes and have sex, right? So yes, when there's nothing to do, and also when poor countries, there's undereducation. So if you're undereducated, when you don't want to pay attention to school, you're considered undereducated. So yes, your brain doesn't think of too many things, probably one or two things for the whole day. And then you don't tell anybody that's all that comes in your mind. And sex might be the one of them. So that's unfortunate, but that does happen. Every year, 7.3 million teenagers around the world give birth to their first child. That's a lot. Teenager is under 18. A teenager is someone between the age of 13 and 17. All right. Facts about teens imply that teen mothers have higher chances of learning. If you start learning some of these facts, is that this will not exist. So part of the reason why we're doing these discussions, we want to start doing some preventative actions. When we start preventing these things or trying, that's one less child coming into this world with two unprepared parents. This has been going on for so long. It's almost like it's sad. It's really sad when we have these teenagers thinking they're adults. Okay, that's fine. Procreating all over the place. And then bringing innocent children in here when they have no idea on how to raise a child because they're a child themselves. Now, some of you, yes, this is not everybody. Some of you probably have remarkable stories, and I would love to hear it. In case there is a young lady who's sitting here pregnant right now watching my show, eating bonbons. All right? All right. Thanks for watching, by the way. Okay. Just some stats here. What are the current stats of teenage pregnancy? And we're talking about last year alone, 2021 during COVID. All right? And this is one or two among 15 and 19 years old teenage birth rates. 5.2% Hispanic females, with 5.8 non-Hispanic or white females, and 1.9 for non-Hispanic or black females. So that's not bad. This is, worldwide, but that's not bad. Okay. So yes, the numbers did go down a little bit. All right. What are some facts? I want to give you some facts. So I'm going to give you 11 facts about teenage pregnancy. 3 in 10 American girls will get pregnant at least once before the age 20. All right. That's a problem. That 3 out of 10. So if 10 of you stand next to each other and 3 of you move away, 3 of you out of that 10 could possibly get pregnant or have been pregnant or will be pregnant before 20. All right. Yes, you're teenagers. Boys are horny. Girls want to see boys. They like them all over them kissing. Let's keep it cute. That's what I call it. That's why I tell, my teenagers when I used to teach Sunday school and things like that. Keep it cute. All right. You don't have to sleep with everybody. You don't have to always be with someone sexually to show affection or feel affection. There are other things to do, right? Start thinking. And like I said, earlier in one of my other tapes, go to a pet shelter. You'd be surprised of how those dogs will respond if you go volunteer your time with them and give them some affection. I just want you guys to start getting your minds off of this procreation thing or having sex, as that's the only thing in the world to do. There's so much more to do, right? Because guess what? A lot comes with it, like pregnancy. And nobody's ready for it. And I'm sure your mom is not waiting for you to turn 14 or 15, get pregnant so she can now start taking care of a baby again. Because you can't do it. You can't even get your own apartment. You can't get your license. You can't even get a job to take care of it. So stop doing it. Stop doing what is required to have a baby. I'm not even talking about putting on the condom. Stop doing it. Take a break. Take a break. All of you, take a break. Enough's enough. You guys gonna be mad at me? Get mad at me. You guys need to take a break too. Let's just take one day in America. At the sound of my voice, y'all, you young people, do something else. Is that all this kissing passion? Yes, we get it. Ooh, I'm in love. Oh my God, he's so cute. They all cute. They're all cute. You little kids, you're all cute. Just like little puppies. All little puppies are cute. I've never seen an ugly puppy. You're not going to not see a cute boy or a cute girl. All right, get past it. Move on. There's more to life than laying up with someone, okay, at 15 and 16. All right. Parenthood is a leading reason that teenage girls drop out of school. And here we go. And this is where the cycle begins. Okay? Because once you drop out of school, what are we called again? And we said it, let's say it together, undereducated. And when you're undereducated, now you start thinking that you know something when you really don't know anything. And if you don't pick up a book to learn how to be a parent, you're not going to know how to be a parent. It's not a natural instinct. It's a natural instinct to be a mother, to see if the baby's hungry, to feed it, right? That's a natural instinct, but it's not a natural instinct to know not to hit a child or because it made a mistake. And we're gonna child abuse. I've been preparing for this for a few months. Child abuse is a big thing. All right. And we'll talk about that later. But if you are feeling the need to hit a child, I just want to encourage you, try something else. All right. That's just not the way. That's an old way that should not be existent anymore in 2021, that someone is taking a belt to a 5-year-old child and spanking it for whatever reason. That child does not know anything that you did not teach them. They're around you. If they make a mistake, they made it because they were around you. And parents, I want you to start to understanding you're too busy. You're gone all the time. You're leaving that child there to raise the rest of their time. If that child was busy doing something, they would have less time to get pregnant. And everybody says it's not going to happen to me, and you're the main one it's going to happen to. All right, about 25% of teen moms have a second child within 24 months of their first birthday. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but Teen Mom, when Teen Mom came out on MTV, I mean, I was just appalled. I didn't want to sit there and watch the show. Because what I kept thinking was, this show is encouraging kids nationwide to have sex, to get a baby, and then try to get on this show. Okay? Because if you notice, Teen Mom, it started out just like any other reality show. Small budget, not too much money. Even Pharaoh was broke. And all of a sudden, season 2 came, season 5 came. Those checks started rolling in from advertisements. And then all of a sudden, some were unreachable. You can't touch Pharaoh right now. I'm talking about Teen Mom, Pharaoh, one of the OGs of Teen Mom. Yeah, she's so rich. And then Teen Mom didn't get her rich. I believe it was some type of sex video that got her rich. All right. So it's very important that you guys start thinking about this. And when I saw that, I said, oh my God, now we're going to have an influx of teen pregnancy in this country, because now they're bad enough they want to get on reality TV. Now this is another way to get on reality TV. Hey, Dom. Hey, hi, Jen. How are you? Yeah, you know what? Let's get on this show. What do you mean? What's called Teen Mom? Well, what do we do to get on the show? I don't know, Sally. What do we do? Right? And all of a sudden, all these kids are having babies just to get on. One guy even met 2 of the different stars on Teen Mom and had a baby by each one, just to stay on and remain relevant. All right. So be careful. You start having one, you're successful to have another one, because you're not going to use condoms. You're not going to practice safe sex. If you already got pregnant once, you're going to get pregnant again. There's no difference. All right. This is another important fact that I want to mention. I'm just trying to close this here real quick. I'm going to read this slowly because I want you guys to realize why we're here, the counselor, doing this show. The United States has one of the highest teen pregnancy rates in the entire Western industrialized world. The highest. Parents, we're working too hard. We're working too much for that house that we don't need, the huge house that we don't need, but we have to look good in front of this person, that one. Or we're working too hard, 2 jobs overnight to pay for this BMW that I don't need because I work at Big Y. I don't know. I mean, it's ridiculous. The amount of stress that these parents have put on themselves to try to live like the Joneses, right? You're causing, this is what happens. These are where the missteps happen, is when you're not there. Because you should know where your daughter is after 7, after school. You should know. All right. And I'm not going to mention or make suggestions, but there are what they call tracking devices. Now you can go buy them at Target and you throw it in their backpack and you know exactly where your child is. All right. Stop playing the fool. All right. You have a teenage child. If they're not home, they're somewhere else. And if they're somewhere else, and if you don't know where they are, then what are the chances that your child's going to come back and tell you that they're pregnant? All right. So if we have the highest, and that means we as parents aren't paying attention. So parents, start paying attention. In 2011, the teen birth rate in the United States fell to the lowest level recorded in nearly 70 years. In 2008, the teen pregnancy rate among African Americans and Hispanic teen girls ages 15 and 19 was over 2.5 times higher than any of the other races. Okay, so this is happening more in the inner cities as well. I don't know if anybody's ever been to Manhattan, New York, but we used to go hang out there sometimes. I'm telling you, these poor girls walking by at least get hit on at least 25 times before they make it from one block to the next. So after a while, people are going to give in. They get tired of it, right? So I'm going to tell you another secret to that, young ladies. Put a ring on this finger. Just put one on right here. Just put one on. Nobody's going to ask any questions. If they see that ring there, if they say, "Oh, are you married?" Say, "Yeah." All right. Tell them the counselor told you to lie. All right. If you're getting tired of getting hit on and you're giving in too much, put a ring on it. All right. That's what my ex-girlfriend told me one day at work. I'm getting hit on all these girls. She said, "Here, put this on." All of a sudden, I'm wearing the ring. I still got hit on, but it wasn't as frequent. So it was a smart move. I like that. I like that about her, what she did. All right. So make some changes. I know it's not just you. You're not walking out saying, "I want to get pregnant." You guys get hit on a lot. All right. So, but just start being smart about your time. All right. 8 out of 10 teen dads don't marry the mother of their child. And I'm going to take about 2 minutes on this. Young ladies, when you meet a boyfriend, some of you guys have been dreaming about being married forever, ever since you were kids. You got picture books, you got scrapbooks, it's an American dream to get married, have a huge wedding that you can't afford or your parents can't afford. And, you go from there, right? But this fact is for you. Try to experience that first. Think about the world. Some of you guys that get pregnant haven't even left a city. Forget about the state or the country. Some of you guys haven't left a city, never even been anywhere. All right. There is so much out there to see. There's so many people to meet. All right. Making these decisions so young in your life, it's not. And I can't tell you not to do it. I can just bring it to your attention to help prevent you from doing this. And like I said, if this is moving you in any way, give us a call. Call us. You can see the numbers listed below. You can email me or you can slide up in my DMs. A sexually active teen who doesn't use contraceptives has a 90% chance of becoming a pregnant teen within 1 year. So let's just say that this isn't a double entendre in my opinion. All right. So how many 15-year-olds have a job? I'm going to tell you guys to raise your hands and you're at home and I can't see you. Nobody. None of them have a job. And if they do, I'm surprised. Babysitting, okay, they're responsible. But a majority of the teenagers do not have a job at 15. So how are you going to be able to afford a contraceptive? How are you going to be able to afford a condom, young men? And then if you have the condom, you keep it in your wallet, your mom sees it, you going to get cussed out. She's telling your dad, he got a condom, right? You can't even carry it around. You got to hide it, right? So this becomes an issue. So when you guys get caught up in the moment, hot and heavy and all that other stuff you guys think you're going through and you're not, right? And then all of a sudden you're doing this without condoms. And I'm sorry, there's some things that come if you don't wear a condom. And I'm telling you, it's called syphilis, gonorrhea. Should I keep going? Chlamydia. Right? So not only could you possibly get someone pregnant, young men, but you can also contract something as well. Or give it to someone, young ladies. All right? So I want you guys to think you're not thinking straight. You're not thinking straight. All right. We want to start getting your thought process correct. All right. Do you want to travel the world? Do you want to see somewhere else besides where you're living? Especially if you live in a small town and then you're pregnant at 16, good luck getting out of there. This is not what you want. And how does you stop this from happening? Right? How do you start this from making good decisions? Every boy you see is cute. They're all cute. I said this last segment. They're all cute. You ever see a puppy? They're all cute. When they get old, they start getting ugly. But right now, they're all cute. All right? They're all cute. Go watch it TikTok. You'll see as many boys or young boys. You'll see as many girls. You can keep strolling. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, she hot, she hot. Yeah, they're all cute. They're young. All right? So you just better hope you remain good looking. All right. All right, I'm almost done. More than half of all mothers on welfare had their first child as a teenager. In fact, 2/3 of the families begun by a young unmarried couple. All right, so again, just thinking about this. You don't have a job and you're 15. Most likely, if you get pregnant, you can't afford to take care of that child. So that child may be taken away from you. There are some good mothers out there, and I'm not saying mothers that didn't take care of the child are not good, because there are some mothers, that's your job. If young people, if you decide you want to have a child, don't get mad if your mother, she doesn't want to take that child. She's already raised you. Now we got to raise you and whatever else you got pregnant by? Good God. We don't even know that family. So you got to think about that. You have to really take the time to think of what you're bringing into your life. And now what if that child has health problems because there's health problems in that family, like sickle cell and things like that. All right. These are severe health problems that take a lot of medical time and attention. So what is the solution? Stop doing it. Take a little bit. Take a break. You don't need it that bad. Okay. You got the rest of your life to have sex. Take a break, kids. All right, last one. Teens had fewer babies in 2010 than in any year since the 1940s. So what I want to do is I want to give you guys some homework, young people. And I want you to post it under my comment section if you can, or you can send it to my DMs or however you would like to do it. But I would love for you guys to do some research and find out what did America do. What types of campaigns went on in America that slowed down teenage pregnancy? All right, more with teenage pregnancy. This is The Counselor, and I am your host, Sheldon Stovall, and I'll see you in a minute.
The counselor. The counselor.
Hey guys, my name is Sheldon Stovall, and I am The Counselor. So I'll let you know my books have just arrived. Where is the Storehouse? Fresh, right off the press. I want to give a shout out to my boys at Arrow Studios for making all this possible, The Counselor. If you want your pre-ordered copy for my book signing February 10th, we want you to order today. You can contact me at thecounselor.live. Our phone number is listed on our website, or you can go order it online, www.amazon.com. But more importantly, you can get your own personal autographed copy from me, Sheldon Stovall, and we'll see you soon. So order today.